RSG Exposition. I warmly welcome you all to our webinar today. We are the publishers of the Indian Optician, one of the oldest magazine on ophthalmic optics and organizers of optical trade fair in Delhi and Mumbai since last 25 years. I inherited this legacy from my father, late Shri S.L. Kumar, and now I'm handing over the reins to my son Shrey Kumar, who will continue the tradition to the best of his ability. Over now to Shrey and his co-host Jaspinder and Harpreet Bhatia. Thank you, and thank you everyone once again.
Hi friends, I'm Shrey, COO of the Indian Optician, and I welcome you all to our very first webinar.
और मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट जसपिंदर, सीईओ एंड को-फाउंडर स्मार्ट इवेंट्स। आप सभी का इस वेबिनार में बहुत स्वागत है। उम्मीद करती हूं आप सभी हमारे साथ जुड़ पाएंगे, पर हमारे पास रजिस्ट्रेशंस का ओवरफ्लो होने की वजह से अगर आप हमारे साथ नहीं जुड़ पा रहे हैं जूम पर, तो आप हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल द इंडियन ऑप्टिशियन पर लाइव हमारे साथ जुड़ सकते हैं।
As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic is the most severe global crisis since World War II. I hope that you all are safe and well with your family and friends and are taking the necessary precautions in these uncertain times. जैसे कि आप सब जानते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट ने कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस लागू की हैं हम सब की सुरक्षा के लिए, लेकिन ये लॉकडाउन की वजह से काफी लोग बहुत परेशान हुए हैं और सबके बिजनेस पर इसका काफी असर हुआ है।
जैसे कि आप सब जानते हैं कि हर तरह के बिजनेस में रिटेलर्स का बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट रोल है। इसलिए द इंडियन ऑप्टिशियन ने हमारी इंडस्ट्री के कुछ जाने माने लोगों को इनवाइट किया है, उनसे ये जानने और सीखने के लिए कि हम सब एक साथ मिलकर इन प्रॉब्लम्स का सामना कैसे कर सकते हैं। हमारे साथ आज हमारे पैनल में हैं मिस्टर अनूप कुमार, पार्टनर आर कुमार फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद, मिस्टर चेतन गंगर, डायरेक्टर गंगर आई नेशन फ्रॉम मुंबई, Mr. Hemant Mane, CEO and Chief Optometrist, SR Gopal Rao Opticians from Bangalore, Mr. Lalit Kalra, Managing Director, Dayal Opticals from New Delhi, Mr. Mohammad Sharif, Managing Director, Lens and Frames from Cochin, Mr. Sanjay Tekchandani, Proprietor, Vision 2020 from Mumbai, Mr. Shravan Binani, Director, Himalaya Opticals, New Delhi. I welcome all our esteemed panelists and our special guest invitee, Mr. Rajesh Wadhwa, owner, Wadhwa Opticals, New Delhi.
Jaspinder, before we start our questions, let's take the opinion of our audience on a first poll.
That will be great, Shrey. तो हम आपकी स्क्रीन पर, हम अपनी सारी ऑडियंस के लिए आपकी स्क्रीन पर एक क्वेश्चन दिखा रहे हैं। हमारे साथ इस टाइम 400 के करीब लोग जुड़ गए हैं और हम आप सबकी स्क्रीन पर एक क्वेश्चन दिखा रहे हैं। प्लीज आप बताइए हमें कि आप इसके बारे में क्या सोचते हैं। हमारा क्वेश्चन आपसे है, शुड ऑप्टिकल स्टोर्स बी अ पार्ट ऑफ एसेंशियल सर्विसेज? आपको क्या लगता है, ऑप्टिकल स्टोर्स एसेंशियल सर्विसेज का पार्ट होने चाहिए? आप प्लीज इसका जवाब दीजिए, ताकि तब तक हम अपने पैनलिस्ट को से कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं। I would like to start and address my first question to Mr. Lalit Kalra and Mr. Sanjay Tekchandani and also Mr. Mohammad Sharif. My question to you is, COVID-19 has pushed us into a new world. What is going to be the new normal for the optical industry? How do we make sure that we all bounce back even stronger than before? मैं अपनी बाकी ऑडियंस के लिए जो हमारे साथ जुड़ रही है, ये दोबारा आपके लिए दोहराना चाहूंगी। कोविड-19 में हम सबको एक नई दुनिया से इंट्रोड्यूस किया है। सब बदल जाने के बाद नॉर्मल अब पहले जैसा नॉर्मल तो नहीं होगा। ऑप्टिकल इंडस्ट्री के लिए इसका क्या मतलब है और हम कैसे इससे निकल सकते हैं ताकि हमारी वापसी जो है वो पहले से भी ज्यादा बेहतर हो। Mr. Kalra, over to you. Mr. Kalra, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi. See, talking about being normal, normal is not going to be the same, definitely. When you call this a necessity, but at the same time, now necessity will be definitely the prices and all very price sensitive it will be. The new normal will be much below, the numbers will be low. And at the same time, with the new kind of expenses, we'll have to cope up with all these things really, like sanitization, the deliveries. We cannot call the customer again and again to the store. We would avoid the revisit of a customer. We'll have to deliver the stuff, which definitely will increase the cost. And definitely from last 2 months, we are now nearly shut. So that it has already added a financial pressure onto us, and that is not only on us, it's on the people who are buyers also, they are also going to face the same financial crisis. So the new normal definitely has to be more a necessity, but a right cost. The cost has to be proper. The luxury definitely will get some hit, but and the thing is, you have to give lots of services like to staff. You'll have to teach how to show the frames, how do like an optician habit is sometimes putting a frame right on the face of the customer. You'll have to avoid all these things. You'll have to be sure of what they are asking for, show them few frames and the right ones. So we'll have to do the training to the staff, and all those things are going to be the new normal, what I think. Over to you, Jaspinder.
So, basically what you're saying is कि हमारी deliveries जो हैं, अब हमें थोड़ा delivery की तरफ ध्यान देना होगा, हमें home deliveries की तरफ भी सोचना होगा, अब हमें अपने staff को train करना होगा ताकि customers को वो नए कैसे तरीकों से handle कर सके, right?
Right, definitely.
Okay.
We cannot keep on showing endless number of frames on the counter and do that thing. We'll have to be right on the spot.
So जैसे पहले राइट जो पहले जो कस्टमर आता था हम उसको हर चॉइस के फ्रेम्स दिखाते थे, अब हमें वहां रिस्ट्रिक्शन करके ये देखना होगा कि हम क्या सिलेक्टेड फ्रेम्स दिखाएं और उनको वैसे हम लोग डील करें. Thank you so much Mr. Kalra. Mr. Tekchandani, what do you think about this?
Yeah, good afternoon everyone. Our world has been rebooted like a computer. No, it has not been rebooted. It has been reformatted. And we all have an opportunity for a fresh new start. Regarding patient behavior, I feel that lifestyle products like luxury frames and sunglasses, which are fashion oriented, will see a huge drop in demand. Affordable solutions will be preferred. I feel that consumers and patients will not compromise much on their contact lenses and the spectacle lenses because they are directly health related. I also feel that there is a very good opportunity for all neighborhood opticians like us. We will have to woo customers back to our stores by enhancing our safety standards, by enhancing our service, home delivery, etc. We will also have to use the digital marketing very smartly to drive home business. We will have to be present across all the customer touch points like Google, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Let me tell you, we are all not in the same boat. We are all in the same storm, but we are in all different boats. And how we sail through now is going to see how we're going to survive this storm. It's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible. Over to you, Jaswinder.
So, संजय जी ने जैसे कहा कि हमें अपने सेफ्टी स्टैंडर्ड्स पे थोड़ा ध्यान देना होगा. हम लोग सारे इस सेम बोट में नहीं, सेम स्टॉर्म में हैं. ये बहुत आपने बड़ी बात कही संजय जी. हम लोगों को डिजिटली भी अपने आप को अपना प्रेजेंस क्रिएट करना होगा क्योंकि हमें वो सारे टच पॉइंट्स पे अवेलेबल होना है जहां हमारे कस्टमर्स हैं. तो इसके साथ में मैं मिस्टर शेरिफ आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगी कि आप बताएं आप क्या सोचते हैं इस बारे में.
From front of the counter as well as from behind the counter. I think we will have to take the leadership to make the customer feel at ease and let him forget the fear environment for a moment. So really we'll have to engage with him, show him products through the tablets rather than physically having showing him the making him wear the product, give him information about lenses that he is going to really aspire in future, and is going to search for this information from the internet. And you know, the main factor will be the customer will be in a hurry to leave the shop. We will have to create environment where he's going to remove that feel and feel comfortable. So I think it will be back to normal with fading of memory. So you'll have to just sail through this difficult time. I don't think we really need to be much different from what we are now. That's my take on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sheriff, for sharing your views. Our next question is to Mr. Anup Kumar and Mr. Lalit Kalra. After COVID-19, what difference can we expect in the buyer's behavior during purchase? How is his psyche going to change and how do we prepare to handle this? मैं एक बार इसको हिंदी में भी बोलता हूँ. COVID-19 के बाद हम अपने कस्टमर्स में क्या बदलाव एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं और इससे हम कैसे हैंडल करेंगे? Am I audible?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all. श्रेय, आपने कहा कि क्या बदलाव एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं. मैं आपसे वो शेयर करना चाहूँगा कि जो इस कोविड-19 के दरमियान मैंने अनुभव किया, क्योंकि हमको जो है कलेक्टर ऑफिस से दुकान खोलने का मौका मिला था स्पेशल एग्जेम्पशन पास से. 6 दिन का हमारा ये अनुभव रहा और हमने जो है दुकान अपनी 2 घंटे ये 6 दिन के लिए खोली. The demand was rather encouraging. Customers walked in cautiously. They noticed the safety measures that we had put in place. ये सेफ्टी मेजर्स देखते हुए कुछ लोगों ने इसके बारे में बहुत तारीफ की. जो युवा वर्ग था वो तो लाइन में खड़े रहने के लिए बिल्कुल तैयार था, लेकिन जो उनसे बड़ी उम्र के थे उनको ये जरा इनकन्वीनियंट लगा, क्योंकि आज तक कभी उन्होंने हम लोगों के वहां खड़े रहने की बात नहीं की. But once they were inside the store, if they liked the product, it was shopping as usual. हाँ, ऑर्डर्स की वैल्यू हमारी एवरेज वैल्यू से जरूर कम हो गई, शायद इसलिए भी कि हम उनको लेंसेज में जैसे वो चाहते थे वो पूरी चॉइस नहीं दे सके, क्योंकि इस सिचुएशन में सप्लाई पूरी नहीं मिल रही है. Going further, what I notice is that with the government's regulations, the mandates about the social distancing, the smaller shops which have got a limited space will perhaps be at a disadvantage. They will not be able to perhaps they will not be able to attend to the same number of customers that they could attend earlier before lockdown. It is basically because of the space constraint. Also, we will have to see whether the patience that they showed in waiting, whether they will, over a period of time, will they keep on with that patience? Today, they know that they have limited options, so they were prepared to stand in a queue. But when everybody opens up, it's a question that we have got to wait and watch. I think we as opticians will have to bring in measures that could shape the customer behavior. हमको हमारे कस्टमर्स का ये जो है बदलाव उनमें लाना पड़ेगा कि जहां उनको ये समझ आए कि उनकी सेफ्टी के लिए हमको जो है ये मेजर्स लाने पड़ रहे हैं. This we'll have to introduce beyond the shop floor and clinic dispensing and delivery protocols से जो है जो हम नए लाएंगे, उससे हो सकता है कि कुछ कस्टमर्स अप्रिशिएट करें, कुछ न भी अप्रिशिएट करें, लेकिन उनका ये
कुमार जी.
हाँ जी,
मिस्टर अनूप कुमार.
हाँ, I'm already speaking. over the immediate 7 to 10 days, these procedures can become an industry standard and raising the standard of the customer interaction. That way, as retailers, we may in our little way be able to shape the customer behavior in our trade at least, and maybe we could set an example for other trades as well. Over to you, Jaswinder.
Mr. Kalra, what is your perspective on this? Thank you, Mr. Kumar, for sharing your views with us. Over to Mr. Kalra.
Yeah, the first thing is what buyer thinks. Now, see, one thing we all don't know, when will this virus end? So that security, the atmosphere, the hygiene, the service, that comfort and ease, definitely what Mr. Kumar has talked about, will have to provide to the customer. It extends to lots of things, not only dispensing. Like a customer walking in and he will ask you for some water. You need to give disposable bottles and all those things, and not serve him something like a regular dispensing thing and all those things. All these things, they will definitely count. And whereas Mr. Kumar said the small outlets, I don't think so. The customer will be comfortable going to a nearby shop more as compared to going to a crowded market. But only at the same time, the smaller shop needs to give that kind of a service and that kind of a hygiene. If they provide, they can come out as a winner also sometimes. It's not necessary they'll lose. That's one thing which I would like to add to that, Mr. Kumar, what he said. All other things are just the same. Like we'll have to provide services that everybody knows. And we've been talking about this from the first day. So that remains the same. Thank you.
So जिस तरह आप दोनों ने हमें बताया कि हम पहले भी अपने कस्टमर का ख्याल रखते थे, लेकिन अब वो ख्याल हमें और ज्यादा रखना पड़ेगा. उसको ये फील कराना होगा कि हमारी शॉप उसके लिए सेफ है. हमने अच्छे से सैनिटाइजेशन किया है, हमारे प्रोडक्ट सेफ हैं, हमारा स्टाफ ठीक है. So customers, what I've understood from you is कि कस्टमर को हमने कॉन्फिडेंस में लेना है, तभी हमारा फुटफॉल बढ़ सकता है. Thank you so much to both of you. Before we move ahead, मैं अपने पोल के रिजल्ट्स शेयर करना चाहूंगी. हमें कुछ 330 लोगों ने वोट किया है, जिसमें हमने क्वेश्चन पूछा था, should optical stores be an essential, should be a part of the essential services, और मैक्सिमम वोट्स ये कह रहे हैं कि जी हाँ, इनको essential services में डेफिनेटली इंक्लूड करना चाहिए. थैंक यू सो मच ऑडियंस वोटिंग के लिए. आप हमारे साथ बने रहें. इसके लिए मैं आपसे एक और सवाल पूछना चाहूंगी. Would you follow the SOPs as explained in this webinar? जिन SOPs की, जिन गाइडलाइंस की हम इस वेबिनार में चर्चा कर रहे हैं, क्या आप उनको फॉलो करने वाले हैं? आपकी क्या राय है इसके बारे में? So I will, while you're answering this question, I will move ahead with my third question. And I would like to address this question to Mr. Chetan Gangar and Mr. Hemant Mane. My question to you is, during this time of social distancing, digitalization seems to have come in like never before. What is your opinion on this? Should opticians also go for digitalization? If so, how can opticians adopt this new norm? And I'm not talking about e-commerce or online selling here. What else can they do? मैं अपना क्वेश्चन दोहराऊंगी कि सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के टाइम पर सब कुछ डिजिटल या ऑनलाइन होता दिख रहा है. क्या ऑप्टिशियंस को डिजिटल दुनिया की तरफ सोचना चाहिए? वो कैसे इसे अपना सकते हैं? वो कैसे बैलेंस क्रिएट करें? Over to you, Mr. Gangar.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Good afternoon, friends. Definitely, digital marketing जो है ये आज के ज़माने में बहुत ही important factor है. Like Indian consumer is much younger now. About more than 60% of the population is less than 30. और इंटरनेट का रीच अब इतना हो गया है और आप देखेंगे कि डिजिटल प्लेट आप सोशल मीडिया पे भी आप देखेंगे कि तो 70-80 के एज के पीपल आर देयर। तो उसका इम्पोर्टेंट बहुत ही हो गया है। एंड इट इज ऑल्सो गिविंग अस अपॉर्चुनिटी टू एंगेज विथ आवर कस्टमर्स।
That's right.
ये कुछ नया, एक्चुअली डिजिटल मार्केटिंग नया नहीं है। अगर किसी ने बहुत सारे ऑप्टिशियंस इसको फॉलो भी कर रहे हैं। जैसे आपके पास वेबसाइट्स है, फेसबुक और इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट्स है, naukri.com से आप रिक्रूटमेंट कर रहे हैं, गूगल रेटिंग्स पे भी काम कर रहे हैं, सर्च ऑप्टिमाइजेशन का भी यूज कर रहे हैं, जो हम लोग भी कर रहे हैं और बहुत सारे ऑप्टिशियंस भी कर रहे हैं। आप पेड पोस्टिंग का भी सहारा ले सकते हैं। आप अगर कोई ऑफर या आपके पास कोई स्पेशल कुछ रहता है, इवेंट्स है, तो आप उसके लिए उसका सहारा भी ले सकते हैं। ये तो हुआ B2C। अब B2B में भी हम बहुत कुछ करते हैं। जैसे कि ऑर्डरिंग जो हम करते हैं, लेंस के ऑर्डरिंग, फ्रेम के ऑर्डरिंग, ये बहुत सारी कंपनियों के साथ हम डायरेक्ट उनके सर्वर पे ऑर्डर देते हैं। तो ये भी पॉसिबल है। अभी लॉकडाउन के पीरियड में हम ट्रेनिंग्स भी करवाते हैं। ये जो ट्रेनिंग जो हो रही है विथ मेनी कंपनीज, तो ये भी डिजिटली हो रही है। तो ये तो मुझे लगता है ये बहुत सारे लोग कर सकते भी है, अभी भी कर सकते हैं। प्लीज रीच टू द कंपनीज हु आर डूइंग, और हम ये आप करवा सकते हैं। इस तरह से आप अपने लोगों को भी एंगेज कर रख सकते हैं। पीआर एक्टिविटी भी आप कर सकते हो, और डेफिनेटली पीआर एक्टिविटी हमें करनी चाहिए। हमारी जो कंपनियां हैं, समझो जो मल्टीनेशनल्स है या डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर है बड़े बड़े, उनको भी एक चीज करना चाहिए कि पोस्ट लॉकडाउन आई केयर और हेल्थ के बारे में उन्हें ज्यादा बातें करनी चाहिए, डिजिटली एज वेल एज प्रिंट ऑल्सो। ओवर टू जसविंदर।
These are some wonderful points, I think, and thank you so much for sharing them with us. मुझे लगता है कि हमारे साथ जो हमारी ऑडियंस जुड़ी है उनको डेफिनेटली इससे जरूर कुछ इंसाइट्स मिलेंगी। मैं इसी क्वेश्चन को मिस्टर माने से पूछना चाहूंगी। मिस्टर माने, आपका इसके बारे में क्या ओपिनियन है?
Good afternoon, friends, and I thank the Indian Optician to give me an opportunity to talk and share my views. As my friend Chetan already gave a small overview about this, I would like to share my views. See, today, as it is now, Zoom itself is such a wonderful platform. We are on Zoom and digital breakthrough is happening. Digital platforms have been there since a long, long time. Opticians should have made use of these platforms in their own capacity much earlier. The current situation would probably expedite this process and force them to have a digital presence. Now, what do you mean by digital presence? Now, digital presence can be Facebook, Instagram, Google for business, your own websites, Pinterest. Now, opticians should realize going digital is not at all difficult and should not be intimidated by it at all. If one can not afford services of agencies or freelancers, please go online. There are online tools to help, like Wix. Then Just Dial helps in creating websites for you. Your smartphones itself is an essential tool to capture a lot of images, videos to forward to your customers. Now, even a simple Google presence will help capture customer reviews, which can be used to boost your sales. Now, important messages can be communicated via digital channels at this juncture. What I mean at this juncture is during this COVID-19 pandemic, what we are going through. Like, for example, now, an importance of eye care, which my friend Chetan Gangar had already mentioned, importance of eye health, all this can be communicated. How your customer can reach you during these pandemics or during any emergencies. All these are all options. You can go digital with so many options I have already mentioned to you. Finally, all these answers to use platforms are available online. So what I suggest, my dear friends, my optician friends, keep aside a small budget for this, because the future, the past, the present, the future is go digital. Happy selling, guys. Over to you, Jasminder.
Thank you, Mr. Mane. I think this was very insightful. हमारे ऑडियंस को इससे ज़रूर कुछ हेल्प मिलेगी, एंड मैं उम्मीद करती हूँ कि जितने हमारे ऑडियंस हैं अब वो कुछ अपने डिजिटल प्रेजेंस के ऊपर थोड़ा थोड़ा काम करना शुरू करेंगे. So my next question is to Mr. Anup Kumar and Mr. Shravan Binani. My question to you is, post-lockdown, the footfall to retail stores is expected to be much lower, and the ticket size and revenues are also likely to drop. On the other hand, operational expenses may increase due to need for sanitization and SOPs to combat COVID. In such a scenario, how do you suggest our audience to balance these out? मैं दोहराना चाहूंगी, लॉकडाउन के बाद जब कस्टमर्स कम होंगे, खरीदारी कम होगी और इनकम घट जाएगी, और इसके साथ कुछ खर्चे हमारे बढ़ भी जाएंगे, जैसे कि कुछ नए खर्चे हैं सैनिटाइजेशन के. ऐसे में रिटेलर्स को सही बैलेंस कैसे क्रिएट करना चाहिए? Mr. Anup Kumar, I would request your opinion on this, please.
Thank you, Jasminder. Jasminder, I slightly disagree with you at this point. I think initially जब हम खोलते हैं तो हमारे पास डिमांड थोड़ी ज़्यादा आएगी, because there will be a lot of people who have either damaged their glasses or need a new pair of glasses, or they need a change in prescription or something like that. And they are the people who are going to be coming to us for their glasses. This has been my experience of the 6 days. Also, एक और भी बात है कि कई लोग जिन्होंने ये तकलीफें देखी हैं, वो एक एक्स्ट्रा पेयर रखने के बारे में भी सोचना शुरू करेंगे.
That's right.
एक जो है हमारे पास नया बिजनेस आने का चांस है. I can expect the value of the order to fall, जैसे आपने कहा, हाँ, वैल्यू कम हो जाएगी, but an appropriately seeded second pair can help recover some of this deficit. If we can focus on generating revenue during this time, then the cost of sanitization and other SOPs should take care of by themselves. हमको एक चीज और याद रखनी चाहिए कि ये जो भी हम सैनिटाइजेशन या दूसरे SOPs को हम फॉलो करने वाले हैं, ये सिर्फ हमने खाली कस्टमर के लिए नहीं किए, ये हमने अपने खुद के लिए और हमारे स्टाफ के अपना जो है बचाव के लिए भी किए हैं.
That's right.
तो इसलिए जो है ये हमारी और हमारे स्टाफ की सेफ्टी के लिए भी है. और यदि हम ये खर्चे नहीं करते तो क्या करेंगे? क्या हम लॉकडाउन करके बैठे रहेंगे? और अगर हम लॉकडाउन करके बैठे रहते हैं तो ये तो हमारे लिए बिजनेस का और भी बड़ा नुकसान है. इसके लिए ये खर्चों को एक बार हमको करना पड़ेगा और आगे काम करते रहना पड़ेगा. So I believe if we focus on maximizing our revenue, we should be able to absorb these costs. Over the midterm, that is 2 to 6 months post the lockdown, the demand is likely to be suppressed. Ideally, this is the time when we should review our expenses and purchase patterns. However, what I'm also foreseeing is that Diwali infuses a positive spirit amongst we Indians. So being optimistic, we should look at light sometime around that time. Over, Jaswinder.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar. What do you think about this, Mr. Binani? Over to you, please.
Hello, everyone. Well, on this, I tend to agree with Sanjay initially that, that the demand would be very initially low. I mean, I expect probably about 40-50% a downfall in business. I don't agree with Anupji because I feel that a lot of people जो शौकिया खरीदते थे sunglasses and शौकिया frames जिनके पास already कई frames हैं और वो एक जाके दुकान में एक जो एडिशनल पेयर खरीदते थे, वो वैसे जो कस्टमर्स हैं वो दुकान में कम आने लगेंगे. खाली जो नीड बेस्ड कस्टमर्स हैं, जैसे संजय जी ने पहले कहा कि जिनको जरूरत है, जिनका प्रिस्क्रिप्शन चेंज हो गया है एंड दे वांट टू कम, सो Yes, there would be a shortfall in terms of revenue. And in these tough times, we will have to be innovative how we can probably increase the revenue. And one small factor can be if there are stores which employs multiple staff, they can probably think of increasing the timing of the stores. Maybe you can open your stores for 12 hours and have two shifts between employees. You can probably even think that for 6 hours and 6 hours, you might not give them weekly off. They people who walk in at 9 can leave at 3. There can be other people who can come at 3 and work till 9. So longer working hours would give an option for customers also to come in at a little bit convenient. These are just some offhand measures which I think will definitely, but it will be a very big challenge as I expect revenues will not be the same till at least 6 months. And I agree with Anupji that maybe around October, November, things might just start looking a little bit normal. So let's hope for the best. Over to you, Jaswinder.
थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर बनानी. आई थिंक हम अगर ऑप्टिकल इंडस्ट्री की बात कर रहे हैं तो मैं फिर भी समझती हूँ कि ऑप्टिकल इंडस्ट्री जो है वो काफ़ी बेटर प्लेस्ड है बाकी इंडस्ट्रीज से, क्योंकि हम लोग फिर भी असेंशियल्स में कहीं आ जाते हैं. कहीं पर किसी का अगर चश्मा टूट गया है या फिर जिसकी आईज में प्रॉब्लम है, उसको लेनी ही पड़ेगी मदद एक ऑप्टिशियन की. तो मुझे लगता है कि हम पॉजिटिव होकर सोचें, और जैसे मिस्टर कुमार ने कहा कि चीजें बेहतर हो जाएंगी एंड वी विल टुगेदर कम आउट ऑफ इट. So thank you so much, guys. Before moving ahead, I would like to share the results of the polls that we had given to the audience. हमने ये प्रश्न पूछा था आपसे कि आप क्या, हमारे जो esteemed panelists हैं, उन्होंने जो सलाह दी है, उन्होंने जो गाइडलाइंस हमारे साथ शेयर कर रहे हैं, क्या आप उसको फॉलो करेंगे? आप क्या समझते हैं लॉकडाउन के बाद? तो हमें मैक्सिमम लोगों ने पोल के जरिए यही बताया है कि हाँ, वो इसको फॉलो करना चाहेंगे. तो ये एक बहुत अच्छी बात है. हमें लगता है कि अगर आप इसको फॉलो करेंगे तो हम सभी का वेबिनार जो है, ये पर्पस जो वेबिनार करने का है, वो एक सक्सेसफुल हो जाता है. सो थैंक यू सो मच ऑडियंस फॉर शेयरिंग योर व्यूज विद अस. मेरे पास आपके लिए अगला क्वेश्चन है. सो मैं ऑडियंस से एक और क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूंगी. डू यू थिंक डिजिटलाइजेशन इज अ गुड ऑप्शन? क्या आपको लगता है कि डिजिटलाइजेशन, ऑनलाइन जाना, डिजिटल हो जाना एक अच्छा ऑप्शन है? तो आप प्लीज हमें बताइए अपने वोट के जरिए. हम आगे बढ़ते हुए आई विल रिक्वेस्ट श्रेय टू टेक दिस फॉरवर्ड एंड आस्क द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज. श्रेय, ओवर टू यू.
So my question is to Mr. Shravan Binani ji and Mr. Sanjay Tekchandani ji, also Mr. Chetan Gangar ji. Cash is the most important for any business. What will be your top 4 priorities to run the business smoothly in view of cash scarcity to preserve your cash flow in the new normal? एक बार हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. कोई भी काम करने के लिए कैश की जरूरत होती है, लेकिन लॉकडाउन के कारण आजकल बाजार में कैश कम हो गया है. ऐसी स्थिति में आप लोग अपना कैश फ्लो सुरक्षित रखेंगे और अपना बिजनेस जल्द से जल्द वापस नॉर्मल पे कैसे लाएंगे?
Shrey, bottom line, this is the most important question. I feel that cash would be the biggest concern. Now with sales lower, it's a very simple formula. You have to estimate what you would be doing sales every month, and your costs, which are fixed costs, which are pretty much fixed, and you have to minus that from the estimated sales. The balance, which is deficit, it has to be invested back in the business in terms of your own capital or in terms of any kind of borrowing, because to keep the business rolling, all participants in the business, which is we retailers, we suppliers, everybody has to probably pump in money during these time, because there is no other solution. I see that if you're incurring cash losses every month, you have to put in the cash in the business somehow. And what I personally believe, एक छोटा सा है कि हमें अपनी परचेज को बहुत रैशनलाइज करना पड़ेगा. because if there is number of customers are less, we need to think about our stock position. We have to put more focus on the stock turnover position, कि हम कितना खरीद रहे हैं, हम कितना बेच पा रहे हैं, और एक उसके बीच में एक एप्ट बैलेंस हमें मेंटेन करना होगा. मेरे अपने सप्लायर्स भाइयों से गुजारिश है कि वो इस ट्रेड के लाइफलाइन बैकबोन हैं, एंड मेरा ये मानना है कि आज के डेट में ड्यूरिंग दिस पीरियड, आज अगर हमारी कोई एक सप्लायर के साथ आउटस्टैंडिंग है, और मान लीजिए कि हम इस पीरियड में हम जो भी खरीदते हैं, हमें ये ट्राई करना चाहिए कि हम उतना जरूर उनको पेमेंट कर सकें ताकि उनकी टोटल आउटस्टैंडिंग कोविड से पहले और कोविड के बाद में एटलीस्ट टोटल आउटस्टैंडिंग ना बढ़े. And as and when things normalize, then we start repaying them back in times and in the normal cycle. So I believe this would be the most important aspect for any businessman to manage, because this would only result in make it or break it. So we should do an advanced planning of our cash flow analysis, which I foresee to be negative for the next 6 months. Over to you, Shrey.
Mr. Sanjay Tikhtani, would you also like to share your views?
Yeah, hello again, everybody. I agree with a lot of things that have been said by Mr. Binani. The fact of life is that we optical stores are at the forefront for the cash collection that we are going to induce back into the optical ecosystem. We are the soldiers in the front, and we are the people who are going to be collecting the cash first. Honestly, there's a big talk about what business is going to be now, but I have a personal opinion that we are expecting business value to go down by approximately 40 to 50%. And we will have to look at our financials very, very closely, and we'll have to make a cash flow statement regularly. Honestly, I think it'll have to be made on a month-on-month basis. Expenses are there. The priority that I would say is staff salaries. A small request, don't fire any staff. Possibly you can defer their salaries, pay them a little bit now, less now, and once things go back to normal, review the salaries once again, but don't fire anyone. Utilities have to be paid for, electricity bills and stuff like that. Take advantage of whatever the government is offering you. They are allowing you to pay the utility bills later without any interest. So don't pay that right now. Take maximum advantage of that. People who got places on rent, sit down with your landlords, renegotiate the rent. I am sure they will also understand, and they will drop the rent for a few months. I've attended a few earlier webinars, and one thing which I would like to say is about the suppliers. We have to support the suppliers who have supported us in the past so many years. We are what we are because of the suppliers. If we do not support them right now, they will be the first ones to perish because of inadequate payments. There are different ways to approach it. What I would like to, this is my thought, is that you can possibly pay 50% to your frames and sunglasses suppliers immediately of his old dues, immediately, so that they can keep afloat. For contact lenses and spectacle lenses, I would feel that we should pay them the full amount if possible. So while the next few months go by, they will keep on supplying us with the frame, with the contact lenses and the lenses, because that is where we are really going to make our money. This is just my school of thought, and we should not neglect the suppliers, which a few people have earlier mentioned. Then there are certain expenses which are our personal expenses and capital expenses. Both these, personal and capital, have to be very need-based and not want-based. When I say need and want is, I need a car, but I want a Mercedes-Benz. Put the Mercedes-Benz aside, take a car. That's all I got to say. Over to you, Shrey.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sanjay ji. Mr. Chetan Gangar, some of your views?
Yes, sir. Cash flow is really a most important and critical component of any business. There is one saying, cash flow is vanity, profit is sanity, but cash is the king. और ये किंग का जब ये होता है ना, पंपिंग करता है ना, तो ये जो एक फ्यूल है, फ्यूल जैसा है. अगर ये फ्यूल नहीं है तो इंजन भी नहीं चलेगा. और आज के जमाने में जब भी हमने देखा है कि पिछले 40-50 दिनों से लॉकडाउन में ना स्टोर बंद है, लेकिन आउटगोइंग बहुत सारे चालू है। डेफिनेटली आपका जो रिजर्व्स है वो थोड़ा सेलिंग होगा ही होगा। तो बहुत सारे ऐसे स्टेप्स हमें लेने ही पड़ेंगे। ये जो हो सकता है कि भाई सेल, आप जब सेल कर रहे हो तो डेफिनेटली एक अंदाज ये भी है कि हमारा टिकट साइज जो होगा वो कम होने वाला है। लेकिन हम ये भी कर सकते हैं कि हम, जैसे पहले मैंने बताया, कि हम हेल्थ और आई केयर की बात करके प्रोडक्ट कर सकते हैं, कन्विक्शन दे सकते हैं, और करके हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा सेल करवाने की कोशिश कर सकते हैं। ऐसे प्रॉफिट कम ना करते हुए डिस्काउंट ज्यादा बात करनी चाहिए, खास करके हमारे सप्लायर से, कि हमारा प्रॉफिट भी मेंटेन रहे, ताकि ये भी एक इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्टर है। एक और भी चीज है, जैसे कि इन्वेंट्री। कई बार क्या होती है कि इन्वेंट्री हमारे पास ज्यादा है, तो उसको भी मैनेज करना बहुत जरूरी होता है। ओल्ड स्टॉक्स, डू अवे विद ओल्ड स्टॉक्स, उससे कैसे भी पूछा छुड़ाना भी जरूरी होता है। गुड हेलो
Chetan Gangar
Hello.
ji, yeah, can you hear us?
सॉरी आई जस्ट लॉस्ट द कनेक्शन।
Yeah.
एक जैसे लास्ट एक वेबिनार में मैंने देखा था, एक गुड कॉस्ट और बैड कॉस्ट भी था। तो गुड कॉस्ट होता है, जैसे बहुत सारे सीआरएम पे इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते, सीआरएम पे इन्वेस्ट करने की वजह से ट्रेंड पता चलेगा, डेफिनेटली डेटा एक आपके पास होगा, और उसके हिसाब से भी आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं फ्यूचर प्रोडक्ट्स पे। तो ये एक चीज होती है। इन्वेस्टमेंट के बारे में तो मैंने बात की। उसके बाद मेन पावर कॉस्ट की भी बात आ रही है, तो मेन पावर भी कई जगह पे मैं देखता हूँ कभी ज्यादा होता है, क्या होता है, तो वहाँ भी एक कंट्रोल होना जरूरी है। और we have to renegotiate with our vendors, suppliers, as well as lenders also. जैसे उन्होंने संजय टेकचंदानी ने भी बात किया, मैं बहुत सारी चीजें श्रवण जी ने भी बात है कि रीनेगोशिएट इस तरह से करना है कि क्योंकि इनका एक आउटस्टैंडिंग भी बाकी है, और जो रेगुलर बिजनेस होगा वो भी हमें चुकाना है। तो उसके साथ उनको बात करके एक मध्यम मार्ग हमें निकालना पड़ेगा, ये आप करना पड़ेगा। Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Gangar ji. I would like to hand over the question back to Mr. Jasminder.
श्रेय, आई थिंक आगे बढ़ने से पहले हम लोग पोल के रिजल्ट्स अनाउंस कर देते हैं। हमने अभी अपनी ऑडियंस से पूछा था कि क्या आपको लगता है आप डिजिटलाइजेशन की तरफ सोचेंगे आफ्टर दिस वेबिनार, तो हमें मैक्सिमम लोगों ने यही कहा है कि अब वो डिजिटल होना चाहेंगे और इसके बारे में और बात करना चाहेंगे। सो हियर आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक ऑल माय पैनलिस्ट जिन्होंने उनको डायरेक्शन दिया है, एक स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट दिया है कि वो कैसे स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। हो सकता है अगर हमें हमारे ऑडियंस की तरफ से और क्वेश्चंस आए तो मे बी वी कैन टेक इट अप in our next webinar. So moving ahead, I have moving on to the next question. I would like to address this next question to Mr. Anup Kumar and Mr. Hemant Mane. So the question is, what are your suggestions to create awareness for the importance of eye care and refraction among your customers and thereby to increase footfalls to your shop? मैं क्वेश्चन दोहराना चाहूंगी, आप आई केयर और रिफ्रैक्शन की इम्पोर्टेंस आपने कस्टमर्स को कैसे समझा सकते हैं, कैसे अपनी शॉप का फुटफॉल और बढ़ा सकते हैं? मिस्टर कुमार, आप प्लीज हमारी ऑडियंस को इस पे कुछ इनसाइट्स देना चाहेंगे?
Thank you, Jasminder. There was an initiative once by Bosch and Nom, and this was known as the View Panel, VIEW. The younger generation of some prominent opticians and optometrists, including the children of some of the panelists here in this today, have been trying something similar during this lockdown, guided by an industry veteran. What we need is to form a national body that markets the industry. If you look at the gold, diamond, and platinum industries, where irrespective of the jewelers, the industries per se push their case forward either as better investments or emotional appeal to the consumers as better gifts for the loved ones. The optical industry should look at a common marketing platform. हमारी इंडस्ट्री को एक कॉमन मार्केटिंग प्लेटफॉर्म लाने की जरूरत है कि जिससे हम हमारी सेवाओं को मार्केट कर सकें, ना कि हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स को. व्यू पैनल में एक एडवर्टाइजमेंट था जिसमें a young lady with her mother would be going for a checkup और वो ये कहती थी, I took my mother for an eye checkup and got mine done as well. So अगर हम इस तरह सटली जो है ये बताएं कि भाई आई चेकअप्स करवाना जरूरी है, न कि ये बताएं कि भाई चश्मा बेचना जरूरी है, तो आई थिंक कि ऐसे एडवर्टाइजमेंट से लोगों को हमारे वहां आना पसंद आएगा. और this we need to advertise across all the platforms, and thankfully we have been also now talking just recently about the digital platforms that we have. I think we on these digital platforms we can target the audiences in this period of lockdown. Maybe if we can arrive at a standard protocol of safety norms that are presented in a nice video and broadcast across every optician's social network, then it will raise the confidence of the general population for the optical trade. They will feel that it's safe to visit an offline optical shop, or what we call it also as a neighborhood optical shop. If the industry comes together, cohesively contributes towards such constructive measures, I think we can raise the bar for the optical industry. Thank you. Over to you, Jasminder.
So basically आप ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि हम अपने कस्टमर्स को ये बताएं कि उनका क्या फायदा है इस शॉपिंग से, ना कि ये बोलें कि हमारा क्या उसमें फायदा है या हम अपनी सेल नहीं देख रहे हैं, उनकी हम प्रेफरेंस दे रहे हैं,
उनकी दृष्टि की सुरक्षा के लिए ये कर रहे हैं.
Right. That's a very valid point. Mr. Hemant Mane, what do you think about this?
Yeah, thank you, Jasminder. And I mean, there are some points which Anubhai had already put forth, which may be repetitive. As I had mentioned earlier, the importance of eye health and eye care can be reached through digital channels, wherein we can increase footfalls after the pandemic ends. Anyway, see, today we know lens companies, be it spectacle lens or contact lens, are having a budget or they are flush with certain spending power. We have to request them so that they advertise, promote eye care services of the local opticians across the country, and make them spread the message across so that they have a wider reach. Since they cater to, I mean, their websites are visited so often, so frequently. Then another thing is have a unified message or a standard message among all opticians under one banner to communicate to their customers, let us say new eye care products or eyewear, so that together, if you have one message under the one platform, it drives the message across to the consumer or the customer easily. Then having, you have to increase awareness campaigns and about the benefits and importance of your local optician. Remember, today, wherever we are, we cater, like your kirana shops or your provision stores in your area locality. The first thing is what a person looks wherever he stays is he looks for the essential services. So now that we are almost like an essential service, whatever is being projected right now. So know about your store, make yourself aware to the consumer. Then the new mantra is now work from home. Now this is here to stay for a while. So send constant messages, emails to your customers, patients. You talk to them about the hygiene of your store, spectacle hygiene, or I'm sorry, not the store hygiene, spectacle hygiene, and information about computer vision syndrome, eye strain management, and also about contact lens maintenance. Now, because these are most of them are in that age group where they are onto their lenses day in and day out. So these are ways of reaching out to different segments of your consumers or patients. Also emphasize on the spare set of spectacles in the same media on the same platform or contact lens, because this is a necessity. Because right now, I'm sure across the country, opticians have got calls, messages saying that my glasses are broken, my lenses stocks have been, they need replenishments. I'm sure now this is the best time for you to pass and spread that message and drive your message through. Okay, but what I would suggest at this present juncture, a very honest opinion, wherever your stores are open, or if you are opening our stores for a short duration, delay unnecessary refractions, because we do not know who's a carrier. We have to safeguard the health of ourselves, the staff, and also the customer. So refractions, if it's a must, please do it on an appointment basis, because this is very crucial. We have people coming in a lineup, dropping in as and when they want. No, there is a protocol to be followed today. So in this, in all your communications, you have to drive the message of clinical and store hygiene, since we are still uncertain about the control of the COVID-19 virus. So that's what I would like to express. Thanks, Jasminda. Over to you.
Mr. Mane, you have concluded it very well. तो मैं अपने ऑडियंस को फटाफट से एक नटशेल में बताना चाहूंगी कि मिस्टर माने हमें हमारी ऑडियंस को ये समझाना चाह रहे हैं कि हम जब घर पे बैठे हैं तब भी हम कुछ अवेयरनेस कैंपेन्स कर सकते हैं, हम अपने ऑडियंस के साथ डिजिटली कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, हम उनको बता सकते हैं कि हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स की कैसे हम हाइजीन इंश्योर कर रहे हैं. सो व्हेन दे कम टू अस दे नो दैट दिस इज अ सेफ प्लेस, इनके प्रोडक्ट्स जो हैं वो सेफ हैं. कैसे हम लोग अपनी गाइडलाइंस को डिस्कस कर सकते हैं और कैसे उनको एडुकेट कर सकते हैं कि आईज एंड स्पेक्टिकल्स एंड लेंसेज दे हैव टू बी टेकन केयर ऑफ एंड दीज आर अ पार्ट ऑफ एसेंशियल्स, और कैसे वो उसको डिले नहीं करें. हम उनको एडवाइस कर सकते हैं कि जैसा टाइम चल रहा है उसमें वो एक स्पेयर पेयर ऑफ स्पेक्टिकल्स या लेंसेज जरूर रखें ताकि उनको दिक्कत ना हो. इसके अलावा जो इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट मिस्टर माने ने कहा वो ये है कि अननेसेसरी रिफ्रैक्शंस जो हैं हम उनको डिले कर सकते हैं. ऐसे अपॉइंटमेंट्स जो कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है अभी के लिए रिफ्रैक्शंस की, उनको हम डिले करके उनको बाद में अपॉइंटमेंट दे सकते हैं. बिकॉज हमें ये भी ध्यान रखना है कि वो पेशेंट जो है वो दैट कुड बी अ करियर ऑफ कोविड, और हमें अपने एम्प्लॉयज का हमें अपना सबसे पहले ख्याल रखना है. तो हम उन्हीं पेशेंट्स के साथ में काम करें जिनको एसेंशियल सर्विसेज की जरूरत है. थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर माने. आई विल नाउ मूव अहेड टू आवर लास्ट पोल एंड दिस इज फॉर द ऑडियंस. मैं अपने ऑडियंस का जरूर शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूंगी जो इतना पेशेंटली हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं और इतना एक्टिवली हमारे साथ पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं अपने पोल्स में. मैं यहाँ देख रही हूँ इंक्रीजिंग नंबर ऑफ पार्टिसिपेशंस. सो थैंक यू सो मच. My next question to you audience is that would you prefer to order Chinese products or Indian products in future? So बहुत काम का question है, ध्यान से सुनिए कि आप अब आने वाले समय में चाइनीज प्रोडक्ट्स को ऑर्डर करेंगे या आप इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स को प्रेफरेंस देंगे. हमें इंतजार रहेगा आपके जवाब का, और जब तक हम आपका जवाब अनाउंस करें तब तक हम थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ते हैं. और हम ये देख रहे हैं कि हमारे पास बहुत सारे लाइव क्वेश्चंस भी आ रहे हैं. हमारे रजिस्ट्रेशन के दौरान भी हमारे पास बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आए हैं. तो आई थिंक हम कुछ क्वेश्चंस को उनमें से लेना चाहेंगे. सो मैं अपने पैनलिस्ट से रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि मैं कुछ क्वेश्चंस यहाँ से लूंगी जो हमारे ऑडियंस ने पूछे हैं. आप प्लीज बताएं अगर आप उसको आंसर करना चाहते हैं तो. मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन है, should we also take the illness history of the customers during refraction or during spectacles dispensing? तो क्या जब हमारे पास कस्टमर आता है, क्या हमें जरूरत है कि हम उसकी इलनेस की हिस्ट्री या पहले वो बीमार रहा नहीं रहा, क्या ये हमें जानने की जरूरत है? तो मैं ये क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ. मिस्टर तेगचंदानी, क्या आप इसका जवाब देना चाहेंगे?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely mandatory to take the history of the patient when he's coming down to your clinic. Like what we have opened our clinic a few days in this past, 1 month gone by. And whoever has come down to our clinic, we have got a digital thermometer. We have checked his temperature. If the temperature is 97, 98, fine. One customer came, it was a little bit high, so we did not allow him to enter the store. We asked him to please go away. We are asking them whether anybody within their vicinity has been tested positive. So that history is very, very important because it gives us also the confidence when we are checking out a particular patient, because it is not only their safety. I think I have to look at my safety and my staff safety also. So that history is very important.
Right. So मैं next question आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी. Can sanitizers, so it is open to all the panelists, can sanitizers damage the frames? If yes, will supplier replace due to this reason? Or how to implement safety protocols in stores? If you can raise your hand if you want to answer this question. Otherwise, I can probably request Mr. Kalra to answer this.
Okay, may I answer this?
I'm not very sure about this. You can ask Shravan. Shravan was raising his hand.
Sure. Moving on to Mr. Binani, Shravan Binani.
I don't think so. First of all, the idea of using a sanitizer on a frame and it gets discolored and then we send it back to the supplier, this whole thing anyway is not a correct way or procedure. I think so. Some people like Luxottica, I remember they have issued some guidelines about a particular product called hydrogen peroxide, which needs to be mixed in a certain quantity and which is supposed to be metal and lens friendly. So up till now, I am aware about this particular solution, which has been internationally certified by Luxottica, which can be used on products. So it is easily available at all chemist shops, but it needs to be mixed in the right proportion. So please make sure you know the fact before you start cleaning and sanitizing it with hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, to add to that, what Shravan said, yes, hydrogen peroxide 0.5%, 1:5 is the volume which you mix with water. 5 ml of hydrogen peroxide mixed into 5 times the same with water. This is what I wanted to add. Thank you.
But then whether we have to spray it on the frame or how? How do we do it? We dip in a solution.
Yeah, you can spray it also. And
spray will be good enough?
Yeah, spray will be good enough.
Okay.
That's what I've confirmed.
That must be very helpful for our audience. My next question is, how are you looking at supporting the Indian manufacturers so that we are able to build up our competencies here? I repeat, how are you looking to support the Indian manufacturers so that we are able to build up our competencies here? Anyone from the panelists?
See, the way the fashion has changed in India, the way the demand of fashion is there, I don't think so we can cope up with everything here, really. We have a very limitation. We have some limitations. We can do very good with the acetate frames and all. But when it comes to metal, I don't think so we can do that good as compared to the Chinese or European brands, manufacturers.
All right.
I think that, there was some in between last few days, there was some movement by some of the members of the All India Optical Federation to form a sort of group where we would be inviting the present day frame manufacturers and the metal frame manufacturers and take their inputs as to how we can improve upon the production capacity and the quality of the products that are manufactured in India, and also at the same time make them cost effective to compete with what the cost that we use normally get the frames from China. Of course, I know we cannot meet with exactly the same cost, but still, in case if we all of us really look at energizing the optical frame manufacturing industry in India, this sort of a panel and getting together and discussing can be helpful.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing your views with us. One last question that I would like to take up is, do you think our showrooms, so this is one from one of our participants who is asking that, do you think our showrooms are architecturally aligned to cope up with the new challenges like social distancing? हमने कभी जब अपने showrooms बनाए, हमने सोचा ही नहीं कि social distancing की भी कभी जरूरत पड़ने वाली है. तो इसको हम लोग कैसे इस challenge के साथ में हम लोग आगे बढ़े?
My experience has been that the older showrooms have got a showcase counter, and the salespeople behind the counter showcase the frames and the sunglasses to the patients. The newer showrooms have got an open display kind of a thing where patients can just walk directly, pick up the frames or sunglasses, try it out, and what they like, they put it aside and then they buy from one of that. I think people will have to go to the old school of thought once again, so that a limited number of frames can be shown to a customer. Customers are very demanding. Hopefully, they'll be less demanding now. But you can possibly show them only 8 to 10 frames and say, ma'am, please see out, choose one of these, because the other 9 frames are going to go into a quarantine. And then once we close the store in the evening, we're going to clean them with hydrogen peroxide and put them back. So they would also appreciate what we are doing. So I just feel that we'll have to go to the old school of thought of having a counter between the salesperson and the patient, because that itself will give you a 1 meter space or 1.5 meter space, which is adequate for social distancing.
And do we also look at allowing only a few customers at a time?
Oh, certainly. We cannot have, depending upon the size of your store, you cannot have a lot of customers inside the store, depending upon how big and how wide it is. As a matter of fact, I was talking to one of my optometrists who has been working with me for a long time, who has gone away to Australia. I just had a long talk with her some time back. So what they've done over there is, because there the stores are already open, and she's working with Specsavers. So now what they're doing is the staff have been divided into 2. So the one group of staff work from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the other group is working on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's one thing that they've done. The second thing that they've done is the timings have changed. Instead of working from 9 to 6, they're only working from 9 to 2, because they've seen that the footfalls have gone down dramatically. Within the store, they're not wearing masks or anything because they're absolutely clean. They're calling people only by appointment. They're not letting anybody just walk into the store. So if you have an appointment, you can walk in. If you don't have an appointment, but somebody is already inside the store, it's totally left to them whether the person can come in or no. And the deliveries are all happening outside the store. They're not even entering the store. This is basically what Specsavers are doing in Australia right now.
So जैसे आपने कहा, मैं अपनी ऑडियंस के लिए एक बार दोहराना चाहूंगी नटशल में, कि जैसे संजय जी ने कहा कि हमें जब हम कुछ ऐसे स्टेप्स लेते हैं सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के अपने शोरूम में, वो डिपेंड कंप्लीटली करता है कि आपका शोरूम कितना छोटा है कितना बड़ा है. उस पर आप कॉल लीजिए कि कितने लोग आप अलाउ कर सकते हैं एक टाइम पे. आप प्लीज मेक श्योर कीजिए कि आप अपने कस्टमर्स को कन्वे कर रहे हैं कि आपके जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं वो मिनिमम प्रोडक्ट्स को ट्राई करें. एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू संजय जी, आपकी जो बात है ये ओनली अप्रिशिएट ही की जाएगी, बिकॉज यू कैन एक्सप्लेन इट टू योर कस्टमर्स कि कैसे आप जो प्रोडक्ट्स जो हैं जिनको टच किया जाएगा उनको आप कैसे सैनिटाइजेशन के लिए भेजने वाले हैं. तो आपका कस्टमर जरूर अप्रिशिएट करेगा इस चीज को. तो ये सब स्टेप्स लेके हमें आगे बढ़ना चाहिए. थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर तेगचंदानी. Moving forward, I will like to first announce the results of the next poll, the last poll that we had. So our question was whether you go looking at Chinese products or Indian products in future. So सारी इंडियन जनता ने इकट्ठे होकर इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए वोट किया है और चाइनीज प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए हमें ओनली 6% वोट्स मिले हैं. सो इसके साथ में हम होप कर सकते हैं कि इंडियन मार्केट जो है एक बार दोबारा रिवाइव होने के चांसेस हैं. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वोटिंग एंड गिविंग अस योर ओपिनियन. Now over to Shrey. Shrey, would you please like to invite our special guest, invitee?
That's what I was about to say. Last but not the least, I would like to call upon our special invitee, Mr. Rajesh Wadhwa, to share his views with us.
Thank you very much. It was wonderful to listen to such wise and learned speakers on the panel. Two aspects which I'd like to just add is, one is about the salaries for the period which was in lockdown and the rent to be paid during this. And I like to touch primarily on the legal aspect of this. First of all, the rent, which is a shorter narration. We all in our rent agreements have a force majeure clause, which says with the act of God, suppose there's flood or earthquake, rent is not to be paid. This is very similar to that and can be argued with the landlord. And most often they would understand and they will do. Secondly, GDP as per yesterday's estimates is expected to be 0.2%, almost zero, meaning thereby that our growth is not going to be there. Any clauses in your rent agreement which say after a certain period the rent will increase, that particular clause can be delayed on this basis. Coming on to salaries, the salaries which are being asked by the government to be paid are only a humanitarian view or a humanitarian appeal. Yes, we are concerned about our staff. We, rather than doing charity elsewhere, we can easily consider humanitarian view and give full salaries to our staff. But the legal aspect, there are two acts. One is Disaster Management Act and other is Epidemic Disease Act. Under these acts, there is no provision that we should pay the full salary. And Industrial Disputes Act gives us a permission to lay off the staff if the employer cannot provide adequate amount of work to a worker, he can be laid off. And in layoff up to 45 days, one can pay 50% of the salary. And this layoff, no permission is required by anybody from government until the staff count is 100. If the staff count is 100, then you need a government permission. Otherwise, they can be paid 50% as a layoff fee and they can continue to be your staff. And as was very well said, do not fire off anybody. They have, our staff has less resource economically than we have. We can cut down on our utilization of funds and give it to them. That will be good. On the other hand, 11 MSMEs have approached the Supreme Court with a plea that the employer should pay only 30% and 70%. Why not be given from the care fund of the Prime Minister? And the plea is dependent on two acts, which are Article 14, which is right to equality. The employer has equal right to the finance as the employee. So why only employee should be paid and employer is not being paid? Number two is fundamental right to practice any profession, which is Article 19 of our Constitution. And under this, we have been deprived of practicing what our profession is. And these two pleas have gone ahead to the Supreme Court. The hearings are set in a video mode now by teleconferencing, and they are on. We will have to wait for that. But all said and done, wherever we can negotiate. And also, I would say, as was mentioned earlier also, we should make our functions and operations as per gig. Gig means you hire a person for an assignment, pay him for that assignment, and is no more your employee.
Mr. Wadhwa, I'm sorry to interrupt. We'll have to just quickly wind up. So kindly.
That's it. We're coming to that only. And these are just a few more recommendations. Wisely already the panel has discussed. Thank you very much. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Spinder.
Jaspinder, you need to unmute yourself.
I'm sorry, I would repeat. I was just thanking Mr. Wadhwa for sharing his views with us. It was an opportunity to have you with us, Mr. Wadhwa. Also, I would like to, from my heart, thank all the panelists who have taken out time and shared their experience and insights with us. Would also like to thank Mr. Harish Kumar from the Indian Opticians for putting this insightful webinar together for our audience. And last but not the least, thanks to you, the audience, for being such a wonderful participants. उम्मीद करते हैं कि आपको हमारे वेबिनार से कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को, कुछ ना कुछ चेंजेस लाने को जरूर मिला होगा. Over to you, Shrey.
Thank you. This was our very first webinar और आने वाले programs में हम आपकी मुलाकात हमारे इंडस्ट्री के और भी बहुत लोगों से करवाएंगे. So stay tuned for webinar part 2 series. Stay safe, stay connected with Indian Optician, the voice of the South Asian optical, optometric and ophthalmic trade, industry and profession since 1968. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye and namaskar.
Namaskar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.